Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I want to thank you guys for being here. If you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe and you ring that bell so you are the first to be notified when a video is uploaded. In today's video, we will be going over how I created the boxes for this theme, which are the shoe boxes, and we will talk about how I made the hats. If you haven't yet, please make sure you subscribe to all of our social media platforms and you join our Facebook group. And if you want to learn how to make this, please stay tuned. If you are interested in joining our live videos, make sure you guys head over to Facebook and you like Simply Chaslin Designs. There you'll be able to see these same projects and I will be doing them live. That way you have the opportunity to ask questions and I can answer them in real time. All the links you guys need will be down below. And if you guys have questions, please reach out. I would love to see what you guys create, so make sure you're tagging me. And otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. For the hats, what you're going to do is, I have the file link down below. So once you purchase that, the files are going to come in 3 different files. So it'll say hat 1, hat 2, and hat 3. And once you open it, like for instance, this one is for hat 1. It opens up just like this. So you will need to cut on a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So here's hat 1 or cap 1. This is cap 2. This is cap 3. And you'll see they're all on 12 by 12 sheets of paper. So you're going to need 3 sheets of 12 by 12 paper to complete 2 hats. So this file will cut out 2 hats total. So all you have to do again is download the file, open up each one. So cap 1, cap 2, cap 3, like you saw I have here. And you're going to need 3 papers, 3 12 by 12 sheets of paper to cut out a total of 2 hats. And all you have to do is open it up how you purchased it. So if I went to file, open, and wherever I had that saved, I open it, it's going to open up just like this. And all you have to do is send it to your machine to cut. That's it. You don't have to do anything to it. It's already assembled. It's already going to be on your mat just like this. I didn't move anything. This is exactly the way it was laid out when I opened it. So all I have to do is open it and send it right to my machine. And then we'll just cut it out and then we will assemble it. So once you've sent everything to your machine and you get it all cut out, you're just going to get all your pieces together. And I wanted to show you, you'll have one piece that looks a little bit different like that. And I'll explain where that's going to go. But what you're going to do now is you're just going to grab everything, get it together so that we can go ahead and get ready to assemble. So now that you have all your pieces, what you're going to do is you're going to fold those little triangles in, and you want to just make sure they're all going the same direction. So you can see I did mine under, but I just want to make sure when I'm picking up those pieces and folding that they're all facing the same way, just so that you don't have any problems when you get ready to assemble your hat. Now that you have all of your triangles folded, you're going to take a little bit of glue and add it to your triangles. This process, it can take a little bit of time, but take your time and make sure you put enough glue. You don't want to put too much, but just enough so that it can stick to the other piece. So you're going to just take those 3 pieces. Remember, you'll have 3 of each color and one that looks a little bit different. I like to start from the bottom and just apply a little bit of pressure and move my way up so that it sticks well. And you're just going to do this process for all of the 6 pieces. So here you guys will see I'm adding that special piece that has the U shape. You want that to be the second to the last piece that you add. So out of all of the 6, you want it to be the second to the last, just so that it's positioned correctly. And then you guys are just going to bring everything together. So I have all of my 6 pieces, and here you guys can see I'm just adding a little bit of glue so that I can close that. You just want to be careful, but everything should be glued securely, so you'll just do the best that you can to close that, and then the top of your hat will be complete. So again, I'm just showing you guys the hat, the top of the hat that's complete. And I want to show you with that U shape, you want to make sure it's in the middle. So right there, it wasn't the second to the last, and this is where you want it to be. You have 3, and then that second, when it's second to the last, it'll be in the middle of the 2 turquoise. So hopefully that makes sense. The next thing you're going to do is you're just going to take the other 6 pieces. So you should have 3 of these pieces in each color. And you're going to do the same thing where you're folding them in the same direction, and you're going to repeat the same process that we did for the hat to glue those ones together, and this is going to be the base of your hat. Now that you have all 6 pieces adhered, all you're going to do is you're going to put a little bit of glue so you guys can close that up, just like we did the top of the hat. Here you have your 3 pieces for your base, so just add a little bit of glue, and you're going to add all 3 pieces together, just so that you have a nice and sturdy base for your hat. If you want to add a sticker to your hat, I found these at Hobby Lobby, and I just took a Sharpie to add the details to the sticker, and then you can add it to your hat. So super cute. Okay, so for the box, the file for the box is going to be linked down below. So once you purchase that, all you have to do is bring it into your software, whether you're using Design Space or Silhouette, just pull it in, and then it's already designed for you. So you'll have your cut lines. Some of them will be perforated, and then you'll have your solid lines. So the only thing you have to do is resize it in here. I have mine for a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and I would recommend to do at least a 12 by 12 and not an 8.5 by 11, just so that you get a decent sized box. So bring it in, you're gonna size it to fit your paper, and then that's it. You don't have to touch it. It'll be ready to go and ready to cut. I did a Google search for the Jordan logo, and then all you have to do is trace it. So we'll go over here to trace. And then you will choose the color that you want. And then again, like I said, I like to leave my lines red so I know where, when I tell the machine to cut, it'll cut my red lines. And so then I brought it over here just to size it, to see what size I wanted it for the box. So you can size it however you choose. So if I was good with that, then the next thing I would do is either open up a new window here and duplicate. And if you don't know how to do that, it's just a right click, duplicate. And then I would just line them all up on a different, like I said, in a different window. So I could cut those individually, and then I could cut the box by itself. So the next thing you would do is just assemble the box, which is super easy because of the lines. You just fold it on the line, and then after that you'll cut out your Jordan, and that's it. You'll be good to go. So once the box is assembled, then you can put the Jordan on there. And again, this file will be linked down below in the description. So for the box, I just have everything cut out. The machine will do the perforated lines for you. I did have to go through and cut those sides just a little bit because for some reason they weren't cutting. But the box is super easy. All you have to do is fold on the lines that you have and then just kind of push everything into position. So you'll see I'm just going through and folding everything. And then I just added a little bit of glue because honestly this box holds together perfectly, really. With little to no glue. So I just add a little bit of glue on just a few of the parts that you guys will see, and then the box was good to go. Studio or Design Space for Cricut, when you open up the file, this file is going to be linked down below. So once you purchase the file and you save it and you open it up in the design software that you're using, this is what it's going to look like. So the next thing that I did, and I just have this as a template, this is what the final product looks like for my event. So you'll customize that the way you want. But the next thing that I did is I just go and I click on shapes because I need a rectangle, and I'm just going to trace the template that I purchased. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it, and you're going to choose the color that you wanted. So I chose black, and then I like to leave my lines red just because it's easier for me when I go to cut it. Because this is going to be a print and cut, I'll know that. I can tell my software to just cut the red line. So that's up to you. It's personal preference. So I'll bring this forward. And we're just going to line it up with the box that we just created. Okay, and so the next thing that I did was I just did a Google search for both of these, and I cut the barcode out. And the reason why I did a Google search for a barcode was just because I wanted numbers, and I didn't want to have to actually go in and put a bunch of numbers here. So I did a Google search, and I just cut that down, and we'll bring that to the front, and I just covered it. So I just sized it down to where I could cover it. and I liked the placement. So I put that there. And then again, a Google search for the Jordan logo or whatever your theme is going to be. And so I brought that into the software. And with that, I'm just going to do a trace. So we'll cover the image. And once he turns yellow, you can adjust your threshold or anything that you like. And then I just go down here to trace and detach. And then I will be able to pull it out. So if you want to change a color, what you can do is the trace. So we'll go back a couple steps. So once he's covered, instead of doing trace and detach, you can hit trace. And then this is going to give you the ability to change the color. So for me, I needed white. So I would just change him to white and then change the lines to white. And there you go. So you could just size him down to fit into the box. And you would just position him where you want it. And then the last thing I did was I just created the text. So here in Silhouette, you just use your text feature. And then my nephew was turning 5, so I did the number 5. You can name the shoe. You can choose the color. We put made in Dallas, Texas, because that's where he was born, and you can just choose the numbers. But that's up to you to customize however you want. And you would just fit it into the different boxes. So again, when your file comes and you open it, it's gonna look like this, and then you can create it like we just did. So you can find the link to this in the description box. Once the labels were designed, I used sticker paper to do a print and cut to print out my labels. So I will leave the sticker paper that I used down below. The only way that you will be able to do them the way that you guys saw in the video that I did, or I'm sorry, not the video, but the event that I did, I actually used Sublimation, and I know not everybody uses that. So if you are using Sublimation, I actually had a friend of mine sew the mask, and I asked her to use polyester as the top fabric so that I could sublimate on it. So once she designed them, she told me that the template that she used was an N95. So I just did a Google search of a template for an N95 mask. And so I found one that was somewhat similar, and I traced it. And so you do have to have solid lines. Some of them had dotted lines, but you want to find one that has solid lines. And then I did a Google search for the Jordan elephant print. And so you're going to choose the one that you like. So this one I'll use for the example. So I pull it in, and then what you want to do is you just want to make it big enough to go behind here. So we can send this to the back. And it might be a little hard to see with the lines, but you just want to make it so that this print is covered. So you can see the lines stop here and like here. So you have enough room. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your mouse and you're going to select everything. So drag your mouse over it. And now you'll see the paper of the elephant print is selected and the mask is selected. So you're going to go to Object, Modify, and then you're going to go to Crop. And so you'll see that it took all of that out. And then what I did, so you can get rid of that if you have any extra things from your cuts. So I just needed it to be in the shape somewhat of the mask. And so all I did was, I cut it out like that. And then I added a little Jordan. And when you're sublimating, you want to make sure that you right click and you flip horizontally before you print. So once it's designed the way you want, if you want to add a Jordan, of course, before you flip it, you would add the Jordan. And then once it's designed, flip it horizontally. And then all you have to do is go to File, Print. It'll print on your sublimation printer. And then you can sublimate that to the fabric. And so sublimation, if you're not familiar with it, you know, let me know if you want to know more about it. Just let me know down below in the comments. But that's the way that I did the mask, was to form it to the template of the mask, and then I just press it on my heat press to the fabric. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you guys have not subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comments what you guys want to see. If you guys are not a part of our Facebook group, make sure you head over there so that you are a part of the lives. I would love to see what you guys are creating, and I would love to be able to connect with you. So again, I want to thank you guys. Make sure you guys reach out if you have any questions, and we will see you guys on the next video.